Welcome to the Whiskey Explorer. If this is your first time on the channel, thanks so much. You have found the correct place for the newest in whiskey reviews and news. And if you are returning to the channel, thanks for tuning in for another video. If you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button down below and hit the like button. Share the video with your friends. I am back and joined tonight with my good friend Brad on the Whiskey Explorer and Kyle. The fish is in the house. We are doing an exciting whiskey here for you tonight, guys. Actually, this is one of my personal favorites. This is none other than the Talisker 10. We are going to do an unboxing, uncorking, give you guys a review on it as well.
All I'm going to say is that I'm excited for it. I think the boxing is unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's pretty sexy.
Just going to bring that just a little bit closer for the camera there. Guys, check out that box. Super cool.
Show the top.
This is
awesome.
Talisker 10. It is known as the only legal distillery on the Isle of Skye. So that would be off the north coast of Scotland, one of the islands. And island whiskies happen to be my favorite genre of whiskies. So in terms of the single malt Scotch world, this is my favorite this is my wheelhouse right here. All right. So really nice presentation, gift box on there.
Yeah, definitely don't damage the box. Keep the box.
Yeah.
Keep the box. I think it's super
very
cool.
nice box.
There's the unboxing there for you guys. There's the actual bottle. I really like the bottle. Especially, it does have a nautical theme, and that works very well for the Whiskey Explorer. So, we got the nautical theme going on as well. They even have a compass rose on the top of the whiskey there. Really cool, classic Scotch bottle look to it, I would say. That's just condensation there, but... so, aged 10 years old. I love the ABV on this one. Brad, how do I like the whiskeys? What ABV should they come in at?
46 and above?
Yeah. This one is 45.8. So
it's right there. It's right there.
It's right there. It makes the cut.
I love this bottle.
I think it's fantastic.
I think this bottle is absolutely gorgeous.
Super classy bottle. Alright, so without further ado, let's uncork this. This is actually a very generous gift from the first mate. Speaking of nautical themes, yeah. I was helping her with some of her real estate stuff, and she rewarded me with this very fine bottle of Scotch.
Like how there's no driving.
Yeah. This one here, here's what's crazy. This is an expensive Scotch. This is $95 here.
Wow, the first mate.
Yeah, stepped up. So $105 out the door. For me personally, worth every penny. I would pay that in a heartbeat. This is one of my favorite whiskeys.
Alright.
So one of the things that shines on this whiskey for me is the balance. So let's get into it. We'll do the uncorking. See if we get a nice cork pat. Ooh!
Baby!
That is the sign of a good whiskey right there. So that's how you guys should judge your whiskey, is by the cork pop specifically. No,
okay,
you shouldn't, but I love a good cork pop.
Oh,
that's nice. Oh no, that was just a joke, but wow, I get... Ooh, I can already smell the peat on here. So this is going to be interesting for these guys because neither Brad or Kyle are really big into the peat. I am. But in terms of a peated Scotch, I think this has about 20 ppm. That's phenol parts per million. It's low in terms of peat. So Kyle recently...
What's the highest in peat?
I would say Octomore, which is about 250 parts per million.
Have you had it?
Yes.
Is it that peaty?
Yes. It punches you in the square in the mouth with a peat punch. Yeah, peat's not your friend on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. On this one, so the Octomore, that'll toss you around the room. But this is gentle, I think. Gentle on the peat. So for me...
I like gentle.
Yeah. And so for Kyle, I introduced Kyle to peat the other night. Such a good guy, that Pete. But
he's a gooder.
Yeah, he's a gooder. I introduced him with Bowmore 12. I really like Bowmore 12. It gets quite a bit of shade thrown at it, but I think it's really good. I also think it's the perfect introduction to peat. This would be where I would go next to give someone peated Scotch because it's light on the peat. And you guys will get this, but what's so nice about the peat that's here is that it's so balanced out with sweetness that it's not overpowering. It's not like an Isle of Whiskey, like an Ardbeg or a Lafroig or a Lagavulin, where it's really over the top, medicinal, really seaweedy, earthy kind of, not earthy, but the medicinal kind of peat. It's different, and you guys will see. So let's pour a dram of this guy right here.
Do it.
Start off with Mr. Kyle here.
How lucky are we to be able to have Whiskey with the Whiskey Explorer? He's so knowledgeable.
Well, it's one of those things where it's once I kind of sink my teeth into something, I get pretty obsessive about it.
What's wrong with that? It's a good quality.
Yeah, I just love exploring whiskey, and I like to kind of share with you guys what I find.
Well, let's be honest, it's not a bad thing to explore.
No.
It's worst case, not worst case, but best case, you get to drink it. So.
Yep, it's true. Do you get that brine on you get the sea salt on there, I think.
Absolutely.
So I didn't actually pass it over to Kyle, but you already get it on the cork already. It's quite a bit of it.
I'm going to say...
But you do get salt.
I'm going to say something
Salt,
weird.
yeah.
I've got a weird smell on the nose
Yeah,
for me.
say it. Absolutely.
Just ready for it?
Yeah.
Like barbecue.
That's perfect. Barbecue meat, like beef brisket.
Like, no, yeah, so I don't know why, but I honestly smell it.
That's definitely on there.
right?
100%.
Yeah.
But it's delicious. Dude,
It's like I want to eat the cork.
Right? I smelled it up. Like, are you kidding?
Just take a big bite out of it.
Alright, so this one...
Oh, you
you're going to keep...
Yeah.
You want the whiskey now. It's
Like
stronger.
it. It's all good. Lick the cork.
Absolutely barbecue, like beef brisket, some kind of a barbecue kind of flavor, or smoked meat is a note.
Oh, it smells
Oh
very
wow!
good, too.
And then I get a lot of vanilla and butterscotch sweetness.
Oh, I
get like a sea salt.
Absolutely, the sea salt is there. And being the Isle of Skye, the other reason, so we talked a little bit about how peat flavors a whiskey. The other reason this is going to be give you that sea spray is because you're going to have a very traditional seaside dunnage house. In other words, a warehouse, a large warehouse where the whiskey is racked and stored to age. And what they do is during the day, from what I understand, they open that up and it's open to the air. So you get the salt air right from the ocean, right from the coast, is going to go into those barrels.
How handcrafted is that? You know what I mean? Like, on
So
how that affects the
handcrafted.
taste? Like, that's crazy.
I think it's totally insane, but amazing.
Just
I mean,
air
all
though.
that work goes into making the bottle, and all we do is go out and just buy the bottle. I mean, we have, it's really cool to have channels like this that allows us to
The
really,
appreciation.
to really dive into it and to really learn those things. And that's why I'm fortunate enough to drink whiskey with you.
Absolutely.
So we get to learn all that stuff. So
Now, I don't know about you guys, but
the legs on it are really good.
And I love
I'm
having
getting
these...
like a Granny Smith apple.
Are you as well? So there's something there. There's a citrus note. I think for me, it's more like lemon.
Lemon? But
Oh,
I'm really
yeah,
getting
yeah,
like
yeah.
a smoky...
Okay, so now that I say the lemon, now I'll go in for a smell. Lemon for
Yes.
days. Like,
Yeah.
so much lemon.
Yeah.
It honestly, guys, it is the nose you want to eat. It's like you smell that beef brisket and you're like, all right, I'm gonna eat
I gotta
this.
I get a
whiskey.
little, for me, like, apricot.
Dude, my
Yeah.
mouth is watering. I can't wait any longer. I think we gotta taste this one. Here we go.
Well,
Ready, boys?
let's stop talking about it. Let's just do
I
it.
agree.
All right, cilantro.
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 Cilantro, guys.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Even though I'm making that face again,
Ooh,
I
that's
kind of
good.
do like it.
So, for me, I will start it off and say this.
Yeah. go
I
for it.
am not the biggest peat guy, but that taste punches me in the throat,
Yeah.
but then lets it go in the perfect where I'm like, now that's a whiskey.
Mmm.
It's like punch you in the throat, picks you up, let's do it again.
It's sweet, it's tasty,
bit.
it doesn't have a bad bite, it's smooth going down,
Super smooth.
gives me a punch at the end.
It's a good one.
So this is.
This is a man's whiskey.
It is. I think as this bottle opens up,
Or woman's whiskey.
I think it's going to. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna. Those edges, like the sharp edges that are there now, that I'm getting, that's from the peat, like the peat smoke. I think those are gonna round off a little bit. It's gonna open up. It's gonna become sweeter and more citrus.
Okay.
I don't know this, but I think this because my favorite and Brad's favorite restaurant in town, Il Terrazzo, if I ever go there, I always, every single time, I order a Talisker 10.
Well, I'm going to do that because I didn't know they had Talisker 10, and I'm going to do that every time I go.
They've got it there for $9 a dram.
That's a very good deal.
It's crazy good price. So
Now, Jeff, essentially, we've had a neck pour.
yes,
Now we're below it now. Would you say
Yeah.
that the taste of this is going to be better within here?
yeah, but not yet. Got to give this some time for the air to mix with the whiskey.
Fair enough.
So let's give some tasting notes on this one. We'll go in for a second sip. Cheers, guys. Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Second, third, fourth.
Yeah. So for me on the second sip, I got a lot more sweetness, more butterscotch and vanilla came forward for me, and the smoke is still there. It's actually way stronger smoke than I remember.
Oh, big time.
Smoke is there.
Kyle caught a little bit of the smoke. He didn't handle it all that well.
It's all right.
It happens.
Okay. What did you get on the second tasting? I'm gonna pour these guys a bit more because we're gonna put a bit of water on it. No, I know we're good. Don't worry. What did you guys find on the second tasting there?
Definitely a lot of the smoke, like you said.
Yeah.
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 It's almost like it was like, hey, knock,
That's-
knock, I'm whiskey, I'm in your mouth, and boom, I'm here and I'm staying. So,
Yeah.
So that is what I was.
That's a good one. Though. I like it.
That's what I was referring to as the balance. So the peat smoke is the punch, right? And then after the punch, you get the sweet flavors, the butterscotches, the vanillas. That balances out the heat and the smoke to me a bit.
Yep.
And for me, this time it was like almost like a chimney, like an ashen kind of smoke, like a bonfire type of smoke.
Yep. Yep.
And then you also have the like sweetness on the whiskey, balancing that out. Then you have a bit of citrus as well.
Kyle, would you put this bottle on your shelf? Would you splurge for it?
Absolutely. 100%.
Jeff?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would.
I think this is an easy buy. When you get to $100 price point, you're talking.
So that is a really
That's
that's a really good point because $100 is my walkaway point. Generally speaking, that is the one where I have to make a really crucial decision. This has been on my
Doghouse or not doghouse?
Yeah, true. This has been on my whiskey list for like over a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was kind of time. So I'm just going to do a quick. We're running out of time here on the video, so I'm going to do a quick couple drops of water. 2 should be fine, just because it's at a bit of a higher ABV, and I've poured these guys a little bit more into the glass. But let's see what this does. So again, adding the drop of water, what it does is it kind of breaks the alcohol barrier a bit, and it separates the oils and the enzymes and the proteins of the whiskey, and those should flow to the top surface of the whiskey, so we could get a different flavor. Or a different flavor experience. I think we will. My prediction is we get a sweeter dram here, but we'll see. Cheers, boys.
How informative is this channel with him? Are you
Well,
kidding me?
try. All right. Cheers, guys. Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Nope. No water for me.
I kind of like the water.
Nope.
I like the water.
I do.
It brings more of the sweetness, like you said, and a little bit, not as much
Malty.
smoky.
Yeah, it's not as much smoke, and it also brings a little more of the malt characteristic.
Yes. Brings
forward.
down the smoke quite a bit.
For my taste buds, I found that it made it tougher.
Yeah, fair. And everyone's going to be, again, subjective.
It definitely did make it tougher, but it brought all those other flavors up to the top and brought the smoke down.
I was okay with what it was before, but yeah, to each their own.
And that is bringing out the more, like, I don't know, I want to say harsher, but bringing out more of the alcohol flavor. That's a common thing that happens when you add the water. Quite common. I think this whiskey is delicious. I'm getting now in the finish. I still get some finish. So I would say it's a medium, borderline medium long finish. But I get a little bit of black pepper now on the finish. Definitely.
I think from start to finish and how this whiskey is presented to the consumer of going and buying it, like we talked about, the box is unbelievable, the bottle is unbelievable, the corking was awesome, the color is fantastic, the taste is unbelievable. I mean, I can use the same this is just an all around one of the best whiskeys I've ever had.
Yeah,
and I know
Talisker's next level.
And if I know now that I see Talisker 10 on the menu at a place that I'm going to, this is going to be one I'm going to have before I leave.
So with that being said, Brad, from a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, where would you put that?
In terms of whiskeys that I've ever had, this is an 8.
Okay.
This is an 8.
What about you, Jeff?
It's a little higher for me. It's probably an 8.5.
My favorite whiskey of all time, Macallan 12.
Yeah, I love Macallan 12.
Macallan 12, if you're watching this channel.
Macallan, if you're watching the channel, please fly us to your new distillery and have us over for a tour.
We would be happy to come and do that.
We'd be obliged.
Some whiskey or just anything. Macallan 12, that's my stuff.
Yeah, if you guys are collecting rainwater in the back, we'll drink that.
Yeah,
we're not picky.
Yeah.
No, but I'd go an 8.5 strong 9 on this.
Okay. What about you, Cal?
At least.
For being a new guy doing this, I'd put it at a good 6.5, 7.
Oh, so do you find just a little bit too tough for you? Is it
for me too tough?
Okay,
I'd say for the peat.
That's the peat.
That's why it's down that low for me.
So it's not overly about taste. It's more just about the peat gets in. Okay, fair enough. No, I get that.
But probably after I drink it more and more, it would probably go up.
I think that sums it up, guys. So until next time, may your sails be full and your drams be fuller.
Cilantro.